My name is Sebastion, and my sister Tela, who typically joins me on these videos, is not here today because she has the stomach flu. Get well soon, Tela, but in the meantime, this is Bloodline Beatdown. Today, since it's just me, I want to take a quick trip around the world of sports and entertainment and just do a little quick hits on some of the big news stories around the world of sports, music, wrestling, movies, etc. So let's start first and foremost where we pick up where we left off last week, I should say, with the Super Bowl. And congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles on winning their first ever title. You may remember from last week's episode that I predicted the Eagles would win, and I feel pretty good about that, as you may guess, because I got that right. But it was an amazing game. Hats off to the Patriots. Tom Brady put up over 500 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns, no interception. He's the first quarterback in NFL history to lose a game with stats like that. So no doubt we got to give the Patriots their props. But hats off to the Eagles. They did fantastic. They did enough to win that game. That Philly special was a fantastic play. It was a lot of fun to watch. So thanks both teams for a great and entertaining Super Bowl. And congratulations, Philadelphia, on a hard-earned victory. To the world of baseball. It's been a really weird couple weeks in baseball. The hot stove hasn't really been all that hot this year, as you probably know. Big signing yesterday is Yu Darvish joins the Chicago Cubs for the next 6 years. That's really going to help solidify that rotation, especially with Jake Arrieta, who's still available on the free agents list, being gone. Yu Darvish really helped solidify a team that won the World Series just 2 seasons ago. So huge news out of Chicago, but still big names as of the recording of this, at least. Still available: Jake Arrieta, J.D. Martinez, Hosmer, Moustakas, to name just a few. So really weird couple weeks in baseball. A lot of weird talk too about how slow the hot stove has been and the off season's been, and how players may want to think about sitting out spring training or really doing a lockout with the CBA. I don't think they will. I hope they don't. I really want to see baseball this year. Spring training starts essentially this week as catchers and pitchers start reporting to their respective franchises. So we'll see how it all plays out. But I really think that the owners kind of have the upper hand right here. I don't think the players have a leg to stand on. So I think we're going to see them return. They're going to report. We're going to see baseball here soon, which will be fantastic because there's a lot of snow on the ground up here in our undisclosed location. And it'll be great to feel that springtime feeling, even if it just means watching some baseball from Florida and Arizona. Movies next week. The biggest movie so far of the year, Black Panther, comes out. Can't wait to see it. It looks fantastic. The MCU has done some fantastic things. If you haven't been watching, you should. From way back when, with Iron Man just coming out and kind of starting the ball rolling, to the Incredible Hulk getting involved, and then Thor and Captain America, and you know the story, I'm sure. But adding Black Panther now and kind of delving into some of the secondary and tertiary characters within the MCU, it's only going to be that much better for the entire product, the entire universe. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that next week. Wish it was this week. It would have been a great thing to do this weekend, but President's Day weekend, what better way to spend it than in a movie theater watching Black Panther? Talking about hockey for a real quick second, just got done watching the Blues and the Penguins. It was a good game. The Penguins pulled it out 4-2. Congrats to Sidney Crosby on reaching goals 400 and 401. Sad to see the Blues lose. Love watching them play. Been to many games over at Scott Trade, but it was a good game, well played. And hats off again to Sidney Crosby. But if you're not watching hockey, you probably should. It's been fantastic of late. Winnipeg is playing amazing. Vegas, an expansion team, is killing it this year. The Bruins have caught fire of late. I'm a huge Bruins fan, so let's go Bruins. But just really entertaining stuff. And if you haven't seen the save by Vasilevsky yesterday for Tampa Bay, go find any sports outlet on social media, and I'm sure hundreds of non-sports outlets are showing it too. But that behind-the-back glove save last night was just amazing. Go check that out right now. Pause if you have to, and go check that out. Finally, I'll just touch real quickly on the NBA trade deadline and the NBA in overall. It's Tela's least favorite sport, so I'm sure this will be one of the few exceptions we get to actually bring it in to Bloodline Beatdown. But what an amazing week it was, if you're a basketball fan, to see basically the Cleveland Cavaliers unload their entire roster, it feels like. Isaiah Thomas is gone, Derrick Rose, Iman Shumpert, even D-Wade gets shipped back to the Heat, and then had a pretty good game with them his first time back. The Celtics are playing fantastic. Obviously, if you can't tell from the Red Sox hat, go C's. But what a weird week in the NBA it was. I still think the Cavaliers are one of the best teams in the sport. I think with LeBron James, it's hard to argue. He's one of the best players, if not the best player still in the world. So wouldn't be surprised if they make some noise in the playoffs or even reach the finals again. Golden State's Golden State, though. I think they're probably the clear favorites, but I'm rooting for those Celtics to pull it off. So I know this has been a weird episode of Bloodline Beatdown. Hopefully next week we get to the normal format with Tela here and we can debate a little bit back and forth, count something down, rank some things, or whatever it is we decide to do next week. But hopefully you guys are clicking like and subscribing to our videos. And like I said, next week we'll get back to our regular format. Feel better, Tela. And in the meantime, this has been Bloodline Beatdown.